Have you been prescribed this exercise for your hip or groin pain, but you feel like it's actually increasing some of your problem? I'm going to show you today a great variation to this exercise if you're having problems here, here, or here. I'm Sebastian, Performance Place, part of the locally world-famous chiropractors in Costa Mesa, California. I know we say chiropractor, but we do a lot more than adjust people. We can do exercises just as so and provide variations. A lot of times people are given exercises that are too advanced for them or at least coached poorly. I'm going to show you a variation of this exercise today that might work for you and actually make it so stretching your hamstring actually makes your hip feel pretty darn good. Or it makes it feel like it's not really painful at all. What we're going to do here is we're going to build a precursor step for it. And if you want to try the hamstring stretch prior to doing this precursor step, please do so. Just pause the video, note how you feel with the stretch, and come back to this. Now, I like to start with some nice baseline support here in the core area. The reason is because support here will help out with hip movement and also release the hamstring. A lot of times people with poor hamstring length, they might be creating some of their groin or hip issues. They tend to arch their back a lot when they do the hamstring stretch because they just have poor support. What this tends to do is it actually makes the pelvis drop onto the rim of the femur or the thigh bone, creating a little bit of impingement there too. So a variation we can do is just build some baseline support, which is going to come in the form of crushing my hand against the floor. Normally when I'm here with people and coaching them in person, I'll put my hand right here and I'll tell them I want you to crush my hand against the floor. And you can do this right now if you'd like. You can use a chair or a couch. The only thing in life that matters right now is crushing the hand against the floor. This shouldn't increase any groin pain. In fact, it might make you start to shake a little bit. That's okay. Notice that I'm actually able to breathe and talk to you during this process. You shouldn't be forcing down so hard that actually you can't actually talk. You should be able to breathe and talk or sing. Sing your favorite song maybe. Now some of you might have been told to suck your belly button in. Don't. That actually hollows and makes it so that this support is worse. So just let your belly button do what it wants to do and force your back into the floor. Now from this position we're going to add a little bit of load from the legs, which are going to bring the knee up and the knee up. Knee down, knee down. During this movement, you shouldn't have any movement in here. You should basically be encased in stone, breathing stone, from here to here, and the only thing moving is really your hip. Just like so. So do about 5 reps of this, and go pretty slow, because as you go faster, people tend to lose their support. Now what we can do after this is add an active component to the hamstring stretch. And I'm still okay with this position like a lot of people start with, but if you start in this position, you feel groin pain already, you have a choice of pressure into the floor again because that makes it active again. A lot of time the active component does make a major difference for people, all right? Press your back into the floor, and this is just for baseline support right here, interlacing the fingers. And I want you to try to put your heel towards the sky, not your toes, your heel, okay? And keep your back pressed against the ground as if your life depended upon it the entire time. Once you feel like your low back and core is really engaged well throughout every rep, you can challenge range a little bit. By the way, if you have leg pain, sciatica, hamstring pain, numb feet, you shouldn't be doing this exercise already. And it might be something that was missed maybe in the assessment process that you did prior. Normally about 20 reps is enough to feel the difference. And actually what I really like to do with a lot of people with groin pain is I like to do a double hamstring one at the same time. So you can grab both of them here, press back into the floor, and heels to the sky. I know it might sound odd that this one might work better than the other one, but a lot of times it does. A double leg hamstring stretch to help out with groin or hip pain sounds crazy, but it really does help. About 20 or so. And then what I want you to try is go back into the original hamstring stretch that you did without any core support and see if it helps you. We call this an audit process, and we do this all the time at Performance Place, where someone comes in, they say squatting hurts, this stretch hurts, this exercise hurts, and we say go ahead and do it. Now maybe try it this way and go back to the way you did it and see if it changes it. Most people find that actually it normalizes the way their hip feels with even doing it sloppy. So building support in the way exercises are coached, scaled, and progressed to make harder is really important. So that sheet of paper that you got, although it's really good for a reminder, it's not good at coaching. So if you guys are having problems with actually getting the exercises that you've been given work for you, reach out to us. We love to coach exercises. We love to take people through active care because we feel like it really makes a big dent in people's groin and hip pain, more so than anything else, more than any deep tissue work that we've found or any stretching and so on. But those are all important parts when they're important parts. So we can work with you virtually or in person. Just as this video, coaching is possible online as long as you have feedback. If we see what you're doing and you're doing something, we coach you as if we're there, we can actually get a lot of benefit from it. So reach out to us, but we are in Costa Mesa, California, and we do have a webinar available too up at the top left corner, which covers hip diagnosis that a lot of people are very confused because they've been told they have hip labral tears or FAI or hip impingement and sports hernias and adductor strains, and they've been told they have all these things, but really this webinar helps clean all that information up for you. It's free. And if you want to proceed forward with that information wherever you go, we think it will help you. So like the video, please share it, subscribe to the channel. I'll see you guys next time.